Hello, Cancer. How are you going? Lily says hello too. Now, something new. And Barney says hello too. Something new for this year. At the beginning of the month, I will do a general read. And in the middle of the month, I'm going to do a shadow read. Now, the shadow part of us is the part that we really need to look at and shine a light on and make friends with in order to move on and grow and develop and raise our vibration and live a more healthy, peace-based life. It's something all of us have to do in order to move forward. And that's what we're facing this year. Either we don't and we stay stagnant, or we do and we move forward. And that's basically it. All right, my loves. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands. Moving forward rather quickly with a bit of passion. Fresh new start. And the other card is the Eight of Swords. So I think what the Knight of Wands is doing with, you'll notice it's a sword, is helping you break out of any trapped beliefs or ideas or instincts that are keeping you blindfolded. And it's kind of pulling you out of that. Let's get going. This is going to be interesting, Cancer. Right. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Empress, the Emperor. That's interesting. The World, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Queen of Cups. Water energy all around you. I found that with the shadow work, I get really croaky and dry. And I'm sure that it's because when we start facing this stuff, it's been buried for so long. It's like the layers of it have been covered in dust and cobwebs and all of that. So learning how to speak what you've discovered and speak the truth that you've discovered is really hard, and you've got to practice it to clean it out. So I've really found it working with shadow. I've been quite croaky. Anyway, at the foundation of the whole reading is the World. And that is basically, you've been around the block, you've done the whole circle, and now you're starting out on a new path, a brand new path. And you've got everything ahead of you. And that's the foundation. Also, brand new year, 21. I love this. So this is the foundation. Where to from now? Your current energy is, no, not your current energy. The current energy of the situation is the Seven of Swords. Now, I think a lot of the time we lie to ourselves. This isn't about other people lying to you or stealing from you or sneaking behind your back. This is what the ego does to you when you're trying to grow and change and learn. It tells you sneaky lies. It hides things behind you so that you don't see them. And it it tries to steal away anything you've learned or anything new that is going to be good for you. It tries to bring it back, steal it back, so that you stay in their clutches. Your energy is the Empress. Now, I love this card because if you look at it, it's your light shining through the forest. You are creating something new from within the old. And this is similar to the Seven of Swords. You know, they're all trying to beat you back and grow over the top of you, but you are there. You are in your element, in your light, and eventually that light is going to shine through all the old dark stuff. The block to overcome is the Emperor card. Now, this can be, the Emperor can be quite controlling and cold, like the patriarchal father who doesn't show emotions and just tells what to do, and I rule the family and I set the rules. But in this card, it's the sword in the stone, and only you can pull the sword from the stone, but you've got to want to. And so this is the obstacle for you. Are you going to decide to step up and pull the sword from the stone, put your crown on, and go from there? Or are you going to let the trees cover you and leave the sword in the stone and hidden away? This is your choice, and that's what you need to overcome at the moment. In the recent past, the Wheel of Fortune. So not only have you got the World, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Two major endings and beginnings of new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is divine timing, but it's also, to me, a karma card. What goes around comes around. So what you get is what you give. So the energy you put into spinning the wheel is the energy that will come back to you. And the recent past has led to this. So it's a fortunate card. You get to receive the fortune of deciding to change, deciding to take on this new year and new world and put the last behind you, put it behind you, see it in the rear vision mirror. Currently, you've got the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. It's just beautiful because you get to start fresh. And this is very Cancerian energy. This is almost, it's moving out of one shell. You know how hermit crabs move into a shell and then move out of that shell into another shell and come back into another shell. This is kind of where you are at the moment, is moving out of one shell, the old shell, and moving into a brand new one that fits you better, one that's more suited to you and your needs. Coming up is the Eight of Cups, and that is, so this, I think this is happening as well very, very soon. If you haven't moved out of the old shell, it's time now to move out and to leave the emotions and hurt and whatever feelings weren't serving you in the old shell. Leave them behind. It strikes me as, this is very beachy for me. These are like seagull feathers falling, and you're deciding to move away from where you've been and move into a new shell. And you know when they say that you're getting, if you find a feather, it's usually a message for you. I think the universe is sending you messages that it's time to move on. What you're not seeing is the Page of Wands. Now this is a real light spark. It's a spark. And you're not seeing what that can lead to if you choose to go with it, if you choose to use it to light the way for something bigger. You've got the Seven of Cups to overcome. And that's the kind of illusion, delusion, confusion. All right, so I'm moving out of my shell. Which shell do I pick now? I'm not sure. I know I'm moving because, you know, I've got a flame under my ass. But which shell do I move into? Just be careful that they don't douse this. They don't keep you stuck out of fear of moving forward in case you pick the wrong one. There's no such thing as the wrong one in this situation. It's you try a different one and you take what works from that one and you move into the next one, and you take what works from that one and you move into the next one. And that's how we grow. We take what we've learned from the past, leave what doesn't work, and move into the next lot of learning. And there's no such thing as a wasted experience. If you learn one thing from it, it's not wasted. You learnt something from it that you would not have known otherwise that will help you in the future. So take what you've learned, take what's good for you, leave what doesn't, and find a new shell so that you can discover something new. The advice is the Nine of Cups. And this is wishes coming true. This is kind of like, it can be a bit smug. It can be a bit, look at me, da-da-da, I'm the king of the castle. Not in this situation, I don't think. Again, reminds me of the beach with the birds and the water at the bottom. But in your case, it's being able to see the sunlight. If you're stuck in your shell all the time, you can't see anything. You can't see the light that's going to lead you in the right direction. So let this, stick your head out, have a look around and see what's on offer and move that way. Get curious, get excited. And then you'll get your reward. This is the wishes coming true. So put a wish out there. You've got nothing to lose, Cancer. You've got a big wish out there. Put it out there and start chasing it. The outcome is the Queen of Cups. Now you've got a full moon coming up. We've just had a new moon, and we've got a full moon coming up. Everybody has a full moon coming up, and it's the Queen of Cups. Again, water energy. In the most loving vibration of water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this is what's available to you. This is what's available to you, to reap the rewards, to be able to see things that you've never seen before. Because it'll be illuminated. You'll be able to see things clearly. See a new direction. Maybe find somebody that you've been looking for, but haven't been brave enough to come out of your shell and move towards them. All right, what's the advice? We have some advice for, there you go, Cancer. Winter's Throne. It's like she's frozen in place. I'm going to look this up. We'll see what the book says. Although proud and even a little bit arrogant, you know how I was saying this can be the na card. How was I? She accepted that she was merely magic's servant. It takes a strong will to bask in the glory and know that it isn't yours personally. Ego tempts us to believe credit should always belong to us, when in truth satisfaction in a job well done is reward enough. Now, there's a queen there, and while she could choose to be egoic, she knows that this isn't her doing. This is because she trusts in the divine, and she sits between the two. But at the moment she's a bit stuck. She's a bit frozen. And so this is why the flame will help her move. Now, there's the reflection of the moon behind her. Northern Hemisphere is in winter, so maybe at the end of winter you'll be unstuck enough to change shells. Don't douse this. Don't douse this. This is this. It only takes a small spark for you to grow and shine. Don't douse it, and don't doubt it. How's that? All right, Cancer. I love you lots. I hope this helped. Bye.